him by holding this fundraiser here on September 19th between 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. right in front of our building. It's not about him being a cab driver anymore. This is very personal. He underwent, this is life-changing. We don't know to what degree. We're hopeful it's minimal at best. But this fundraiser is just to come out and support him and his wife and his 4 kids, and for us all to remember, we're all in this together, regardless if you're a driver, or you're a dispatcher, or whatever your role is in the company. This is not
being
personal.
A human being.
Yes, sir. It's personal.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this happened. The location that happened off of Bel Air Road.
Yeah.
Was he was dispatched from the company?
Yes, he was.
And he allegedly what happened. What people said. I'm gonna have to say allegedly because I don't know for sure. But he was dispatched and went to the wrong. Well, they gave him the wrong address, and the guys came from the bushes. And then was it a robbery or accident?
It was not an accident, but I can't. I really
can't get into it.
I can't. I gotta let Baltimore's finest do what they do, and they're on it, and I have all the confidence that they're gonna catch the culprit or culprits involved and bring them to justice. So
yeah, because I went on the scene the next day because I found out late what happened, and I went up there, and I was going in the neighborhood, and it was a cop out there, and he was saying he was the first on the scene, and he told me the little that I just said, and he said that he was the bullet was ricocheted. I know the news said he was shot in the head, but I was told it was ricocheted. Now I'm finding out that it wasn't a ricocheted bullet. He got shot. So I was.
When you always ask me these questions, what I always tell you,
allegedly
until we get the facts.
But when I talked to a police officer,
right,
and first on the scene, I kind of like truth believed it. Right. So you're right, allegedly.
Right.
I had to say that.
Right.
But
cover ourselves.
Yeah, but I'm glad that Lateef, he's still alive. I'm glad that Nava and the driver and everybody here to support it. And if we hear something, everybody out there, please say something, because we have to take these people off the streets, because if they can get away with this, they're going to try it again on the next. So, can we talk about safety tips, or, can you, let us know about what safety tips mean?
Well, relative to this, the driver, he took a call, and he took it. The guy's a hard-working guy. He took a call as he should. He addressed the call, and it was unfortunate that at the point of the call, or a few degrees removed, if you will, is where and how this thing happened. And I know him, and he's one of our guys that is astute when it comes to safety, good driving practices and things like that. So. Just unfortunate, really, really unfortunate, and tells a story of our city, a small story. But like you said, we got to get it cleaned up. And relative to safety, I think our guys, we have a motto at work, and our dispatchers are on the clock. They send out messages all the time, and they send out messages, nothing that's really scripted. They look for things on their way into work and turn it into a safety story. But one of our favorite lines there is, drive like you have a loved one in the car. Treat your customers like it's a loved one in the car. So it's kind of generic, but I think if you look at it for what it is, you should. You really should, because you're serving the public, and you should drive like you have a loved one in the car. So that's one of our safety lines, and this year, I know we're on pace right now to send out 6,675 messages, safety messages, to our entire fleet, and that's the hard work of our call center manager and her staff and her dispatchers that stay on top of that all the time. Safety is not sexy, but you got to make it. You got to make it sexy. You got to make it something that you get the guys and ladies engaged in. These messages, keeping them fresh and using material like, simply you're on the bus coming to work, you're in a car coming to work, you see something that wasn't safe, you can just relay that to your cab drivers and turn it into a safety message. So
I got a question here. Now, for instance, if you get called on a call, like maybe 2 o'clock in the morning, do the dispatch, do they follow the cab driver and make sure he pick up, meter come on, if it's on too long and then it's a problem? Do you have like people following that situation sometimes?
yeah, we do. We do. We can tell everything you just said relative to the meter going on, off, how long it is, and we do have night supervisors and dispatchers that are very particular about things like that.
Right.
I mean, they know the shift they work on, they know what to look for, and are very diligent and do look for those things in that regard. So
I remember years ago when my father used to drive the cab in the public, what you call them, sir, the public, the one who regulated
Public Service Commission.
Yeah, they were getting the cabs. See how you.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they still do that.
They still, oh, okay.
Yeah, they get in the cab and make sure everything is straight and make sure you got everything you're supposed to have, your badge, and so forth and so forth. Yep. So, can you let the listeners know, and not just a cab driver, can they help and donate? How can people leave money and donations, and where can they bring it to?
Look, we know everybody's being pulled in 100 different directions with charities and things like that, and we appreciate anything that we do get, not only from cab drivers, but just to general citizens at large, corporate folks that, whatever it is, we appreciate anything, but it's really simple. We're going to have a lemonade stand. It goes back to having just a simple lemonade stand, right? And we're going to sell a lemonade for $10 a cup. It's probably going to be your last lemonade for the season, right? So make it good. It's $10 a cup, and 100% of the proceeds will go to Latif and his family. The base cost of everything will be addressed by Yellow Cab. So every cup that's sold, 100% will go to Latif and his family. We're planning on probably having some raffle items and things like that. We're going to sell some shirts to drivers. Usually we would give it away, but this is an opportunity to raise a few dollars for him and his family, and we're going to try to have turn every rock over, find everything we can.
For a serious cause.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Now, Victor, how close are you with the driver, Latif?
Yeah, it's a very close friend. I've known him for more than 5 years. Basically, he works at night. He's a night driver, so he do his job, pick up his customer. I believe what we're doing, what my boss just said, it can happen to anybody.
Right.
And he has a family, so we're doing it because of his family. Family got mortgage to pay, so that's why he's a very good friend. Very quiet, easygoing person.
You went to go visit Latif?
Yeah, we've been there twice with my GM. But for now, they've just done a surgery on him, so they want him to get it to be off rest.
Right. So he coming along pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, are we allowed to ask his vision clearly, or can we ask about his condition?
He's coherent. He's doing things for himself. The vision is being addressed, and let's just put it this way: everybody that knows about it should, if you believe in God, you say a prayer. If you don't believe in God, just have a good thought, whatever it is. But think positive, and that's where we're at. I'll visit him as soon as they open the doors back to us, and hopefully that's Monday or Tuesday next week.
Okay. All right. Anything you'd like to put out there? You hiring? You seeking for work drivers?
We're always looking for entrepreneurs, good drivers that are committing to servicing Baltimore, and that's what we do. It's a service, and we're regulated by the Public Service Commission, and they stay on top of us to make sure we do a good job at that. And yes, we're always looking for drivers. And come on down, 2100 Huntington Avenue. Go into the driver relations office and fill an application. Go through the due process, and we'll be happy to train you and guide you and mentor you into you really essentially owning your own business. We do it every day, so we know what we're doing, and we're happy to have anybody come down and turn themselves into an entrepreneur.
Okay. So no job too small or too big. Like if a customer want to just go around a block, do y'all send people out there to go pick them up?
Larry,
I just have to ask.
Look, man, every trip counts.
Mm-hmm.
Every trip counts. It doesn't matter. I can't leave anything on the table and go home and tell my wife I left something on the table, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can't,
So
and
you're
nobody should.
public servant, huh?
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't leave money on the table and then go home to your family, and that would not be on my conscience. Well, you know.
All right. Okay, folks, call us up right now. We have the GM from Checker Cab Company in the studio, and that number 410-481-1010. If y'all are your call 1-877-704-1010. We also streaming World Wide Web www.olbbaltimore.com. Folks, call us in. Give us some safety tips. You know, something we missed, you want to share with us? What do we look for? Should we go down a dark street, or can we turn the job down? You know, if somebody turn the job down, will a cab driver get penalized, or do, say for instance, if something don't look right? Some companies, we get suspended for 2 hours if we don't pick up a job, even though we tell the dispatch, hey, the job don't look right. We get suspended for a couple hours, or maybe 1 hour if you don't pick up a job. Can your drivers, if they see something fishy, can they turn down the job if they choose not to get it?
Yeah, I mean, they have every right to do that. Like I said, they're entrepreneurs, and they're doing public service, and they have to come out tomorrow to do that, and they cannot put themselves in the line of fire. And like I said before, we have a great staff back there day and night, and at night, you know, we have some special folks back there that really work the radios and call the drivers and stay in touch with them. And no, if a driver feels unsafe about a situation, you dare not penalize him or her for that.
Okay, wonderful. Let's go right to the call lines. 410-481-1010. James, you're live on Taxi Talk. How you doing? Who you addressing this to, me or the general manager for Checker? Okay.
That's kind of a broad question, and the answer to that is simply no. We're there to service the public. If a cab is available, and I'm assuming here that you're referring to a hail, standing on a street corner, kind of hailing a cab down. Yeah, no, that's our job, and in a situation where you feel that something is not being done right, whether you were a customer or was almost a customer, anything relating to you not getting proper service, I would encourage you to always grab a cab number and contact the cab company.
James, there's so many cabs out there. What you mean? But you see hackers out there, right?
They're not cabs. Yeah.
No, that's not true. We do stop for you.
No, he's talking about how they used to be. You used to see cabs all the time. But they don't see that no more.
That's because there's a lot of competition.
I don't know. I got a cab driver here. What'd you say about that?
But he work in the city?
Yeah. Checker. You want to help him out, cab driver?
Yeah, it depends on the area you're talking about.
Yeah.
Basically, in downtown, all the cabs are in downtown.
Yeah, right.
But that's where the business is. So if there's no business in the city, let's say like Egan on Broadway, there's no people catching cab there.
By the train station.
By the train station, there's cab always there. By the Greyhound, there's cab. But But you flag down a cab, if you look suspicious, I won't pick you up personally.
Oh, baby.
So that is why you don't see most cab on the street. They all be on cab stand.
Okay, James. No. If you got shade, I won't pick you up if you got shades. If this comes from Larry, the celebrity cab driver. If I see a person with shades on, a hat pulled down, I won't pick you up. I mean, you can say racial profile or whatever. That's just safety come first. And if you're hiding behind the bushes, you come out. I go to your house. You come from around the bushes. I won't pick you up. I guess that hack be getting a $500 fine too. All right, let's go to Fred. You live on Taxi Talk.
Hey, Mr. Fred.
What's going on?
Yeah.
You can jump in anytime.